right, y'all, let's get into this. Weeks ago, we talked about how Kanye ended his partnership with The Gap over alleged contract violations. Now he's reportedly in talks with Black-owned brands and claims he's only interested in collaborating with Black-owned footwear companies. Why do you think Ye is finally showing interest in Black-owned brands? Al, let's start with you. What do you think about this?
Because he got kicked out of the white ones. No, let me stop. I'm struggling with this. I really am struggling with this. As a brand strategist and also an African-American businessman who owns a business, these are the type of opportunities that you would like to be placed in your life on a regular. To have a mega superstar, billionaire, A-lister to want to be associated with an African-American brand, that is huge. And you would welcome it at any time, but you just don't get it as an African-American business. Now, the struggle for me is this. Now that you have been kicked out of the house, now you want to play games, or not games, now you want to do business only with an African-American foot brand. Well, I guess you do. You don't really have many other options unless you go across the water and participate or partner with someone else. It's about time Kanye is embracing it, but it upsets me that the African-American community has to sometimes always be the second option when we should have been the first.
I agree. Q, what do you think about this?
It scares me. It scares me for the company that's going to get involved with Kanye, because it seems like the minute a shoelace is not the color that he likes or agreed to, that he's going to get on the internet and blast them and unravel the deal, and it may end up causing the company more harm than good. Gap and Express and Adidas and all of them, they can handle Kanye West getting on the internet blasting them, but Claudia's footwear may not be able to bounce back if Kanye gets on there talking about it. Claudia does bad business and she lied to me and da-da-da-da-da. You might not be able to bounce back. So it concerns me a little bit, coupled with I echo Al's sentiments about running to the Black community after you don't got kicked out the house.
But isn't with this kind of man, well, I don't want to say this kind of man, but isn't this what a lot of men do? People do. Let me say people.
Hey, I was going to say, what you talking about?
Well, because I'm thinking of a couple examples of them, and O.J. Simpson comes to mind. You know what I mean? Like when it was all good and when everything was all good and lovely, and you were at the top of your career, you only want to deal with white women. You did white films, white projects. We never seen you come around the community. You didn't do shit for the community. And the same could be said about Kanye in the middle of his career. I think in the beginning he was down with us. I'm gonna be fair to him. I don't think he's always been like that. He reached a certain height, and it was all Louis Vuitton. It was this. It was that. It was Tisci. It was all this white stuff, to the point where you're hugging Donald Trump from the back. You were the big spoon.
Not from the back, Claudia.
From the back. You hugged him from the, like, as Funky would say, how do you say the bike? The bike?
From the bike.
You hugged Donald Trump from the bike.
From the bike.
From the bike. The bike. The bike. The bike. Okay.
B-Y-K-E from the
bike. The bike. So you went from the college dropout with the backpack, where you was down with the community and you were down with the culture. You were the culture, Kanye, and that's why we're so disappointed. You go from that to saying George Bush does not care about Black people, to you appearing to not care about Black people. And even now, as you want to come back to the Black brands, which I think is good, I guess. It's kind of like a day late and a dollar short, though. You could have helped so many Black companies if you'd have done this early on. Now, no one want to rock with you. It's kind of like, it's like at the end of the night, you couldn't get the hot girl at the club, so you wait till the lights go down, come up, and some lonely girls at the bar looking a hot ass mess, and you're like, might as well. That's what it's giving. It's giving might as well. And the audacity of making Black people your last choice. And sorry, in closing, we have not seen you with a Black woman since you left Kim. Alexis, that's the blackest girl you've been with since.
You mean Alexis, the Delta?
Well, I was making a joke because she was the darkest thing he's been with since he left her. He's been all white women. I hate when I see these activists, not that you can't be an activist and be pro-Black with a white mate, because my mama's white. I'm one of the most pro-Black people out there, but it ain't matching, bruh. You so blackity black, and you running the fashion weekend with the skinniest, whitest model you can get with every single time. Where the Black girls at, Kanye? Make a power couple with a sister. We'd love to see it. And Alexis was great for you, I think.
She kept him sane and probably gave him his medication on time.
You know, that's one thing they're gonna do now.
Mm-hmm.
She cooked for him. She cooked collard greens and ham hocks and black eyed peas. And she gave him his medication on time. She set his clothes. I see them white women, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know about cooking to keep a house. And Julia Fox, I don't know where he dug, what grave he dug her up out of. But
What app he got her off of.
You know, when a black man's with a white woman by how he dresses. Because a sister be like, you ain't going nowhere with me with those stupid ass boots on. Like a white woman, yeah, baby, I think it looks hot. It looks hot. Like when they start wearing, like you could tell Tristan Thompson with the high booty and the pants all pulled all the way up high, Kanye with the boots. Like they all have that little thing, right? It's a little, they let them just go too far. Okay, moving on. Sorry, I don't hate Kanye. I really don't. I just think he's annoying, but I think he's talented and I want him to come back home. I want him to come back to when he had a backpack and when he wasn't running in the polls.